In this video I will show you how to divide complex numbers. Now, when you have a fraction like this with imaginary number in the bottom, you must get rid of that imaginary number, and to do that we're going to multiply the whole fraction by something called conjugate. And conjugate simply means that we look at the bottom of the fraction, we see 4 plus 3i, and we copy that, except that we change the sign of the imaginary part. So instead of 4 plus 3i, it's going to be 4 minus 3i. And then we're going to do the same thing on top. And now, when you write it like this, all you have to do is now to multiply those two expressions. On the top you have 2 minus 5i times 4 minus 3i, and on the bottom you have 4 plus 3i times 4 minus 3i. And I will write this step by step. If you do it faster in your head, it's fine, but I will make sure to write each step from here on. So I will start multiplying. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times negative 3i is negative 6i. Negative 5i times 4 is negative 20i. And negative 5i times negative 3i is positive 15i squared. I will need a bigger line here, okay? In the bottom I have 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times negative 3i is negative 12i. 3i times 4 is positive 12i. And 3i times negative 3i is negative 9i squared. Continue. So on the top we have 8. I copy the 8. Next thing we can simplify is we have negative 6i and we have negative 20i, so that's going to be negative 26i plus 15, and then we have I squared. Remember, I squared equals negative 1. So let's plug that in. In the bottom we have 16, then we have negative 12i plus 12i, which cancels out, that's 0. So 16 minus 9i squared, again I squared equals negative 1. Let's go and simplify this. So now we have 8 minus 26i. Positive 15 times negative 1 is negative 15. In the bottom we have 16. Then negative 9 times negative 1 is positive 9. So let's simplify further. So on the top we have positive 8 and negative 15, which is negative 7. And then we have minus 26i. And in the bottom we have 16 plus 9, which is 25. And we're almost done, but because we must write complex numbers as two separate numbers, because of the form, we're going to take our fraction and split it up into two pieces. Negative 7 over 25, which is our real part, plus our imaginary part, which is negative 26i over 25, and we can remove that plus, so we can just write negative 7 over 25 minus 26i over 25, and this would be our full answer to this problem. And remember, the word conjugate, all it means is this stuff right here, where you multiply the top and the bottom by the expression where all you have to do is to change the sign of imaginary number in the bottom.